Count will be stored only
Once.
Yes, once, right? Let's say person, this is a methodology that is used for that opportunity, right? Let's say for a particular opportunity, I am the sales rep, I'm using 3 sales methodologies, not one. I'm using only one, right? In the Excel, there is space for only one, right? Is it right? If I want to do 3, what will you change in the Excel? Just in the Excel, forget tables and columns. Just in the Excel, how will you do it?
I don't understand.
Okay. Let's say, okay, let's say something else, simple thing. Okay. Okay, person working on this opportunity. Okay, GS, right? GS is one person. So you understand that now, right? Let's say there is, so one person is working on, you can put it in the field.
Okay.
Let's say there are 2 people working on it. How will you put that here?
On top of it. Like I'll put the second person name in the second.
But if you put the second, no, basically this is the record for this account, right? This opportunity, right? This is for test opportunity 1, 2 to 4, right? So if I put it here, then it will be basically the person working, this space is reserved for the person working on test 1. Isn't it right? This space is reserved for the person working on test 1. You cannot put the name of other person here.
Okay. Okay.
Making sense?
So I'll put it where
No, I can tell you one method, simple method. No, yeah, well, the simpler method, let's have one method. This is one method, right? I will put GS comma Azim, right? In Excel, that's how we do it, right? When we want to put 2 or 3 values, we just put it here. He is saying in Siebel, this is not allowed. If you want to put 2 values, you cannot do that because every column and every field should be having how many values? He says it very clearly here, single values only. Okay, so now we have to come up with another schema. We have to change the scheme a little bit, right? So let's do that. You said very good idea. I'll use that idea. Okay, so I'll remove it from here. I'll make another column, right? That's what you said, sir?
Yeah.
That's a very good idea. That is the way everybody will do. Okay, right? I will call it person 2. Is it right? So it should go like this, right? So let's say for test 1 the person are Hafiz and Azim again. Okay, let's say on test 2 there is only one guy, Mustafa, right? That's it. It will be just now like anything else, right? Right? Perfect.
So basically test 1 Hafiz and Azim.
Yeah, test, yes, exactly. And test 2 only Mustafa. And test our class opti test nobody. And pull through Avro, John and GS again. Is it right? It is possible, right? This is one way of storing. I have a question now. Let's say 3 people can work on your opportunity. Then you'll add another column. Let's say 4 people can work on opportunity. You'll add another column. Let's say 2000 can work. Will you make 2000 columns? No. There should be a better way to do this, right? You have to make that some linkages. We'll do that. Down the line we'll do that. But that's a good idea. Interlink. We'll do some interlinking. Okay? We'll do that in a short while. We'll come up with a way to store whenever there is a, for one thing, there are many things that have relationship. So these are the people, right, who are in the company. Out of this, many people can work on this opportunity, not just one. If it is 2, still we can do it easily. If it is but indeterminable number, then we have to do some interlinking. Is it right? That's what you're saying, right? We'll do that in a short while. Okay? So, but here the point is, column stores single value. You understood very importantly what this particular property of this line, what kind of constraint it is putting on your thinking. Right? You cannot put commas and store it there. Right? Okay. Perfect, sir?
So I put 2 values in one
cell. In one cell.
Yeah,
in one cell.
Yeah.
Right? Perfect. You can put multiple. Okay, that's fine. Primary key is a column that uniquely identifies each row in a table. Azim, you realized that we need to have, for every account we need to assign a row ID, right? Right? Every time Siebel stores a new account, can Siebel afford to forget to assign a new row ID now? No, it has to put. By the way, do you think it has to be unique, or it can be duplicate also? When Siebel is assigning a row ID to every account, do you think it can be duplicate?
It cannot be a duplicate.
It cannot be a duplicate. That is our idea behind having this thing, right? It has to be auto-generated. You cannot rely on the users. Can you? You cannot rely on the users to put this thing because they will put duplicate.
Okay, the ID is generated by Siebel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says now, right? So it has few properties. This column, but special column. This special column, 1, 2, 3 column. This has some special properties. First of all, it should be system generated. It cannot be entered by people, the users. Second property, it has to be unique. Siebel has to make sure, or any system for that matter has to make sure that they generate a unique number. Third property, it has to be present for every it has to be present for every row. Siebel cannot afford to leave it blank. Is it right?
Yeah.
Is it right? Now that in all the whole of the RDBMS theory, we are having this particular special column. Why don't we give it a name? So when I come to you and ask you, can you show me the table? And can you tell me which column is that, which is having this value? There might be similar columns, right? I might not be knowing which column is, and we call it primary key. It has a very special name, primary key. Everybody has a nose, we call it nose, right? That's why we have a name for it, because everybody has it, right?
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So same way, because every table in the world, RDBMS table in the world has a primary key, so we have a name for it. We call this particular, they have this kind of column, we call it primary key. So if I come to you and ask you, hey, have you made this table? Yes. Can you tell me what is the primary key in this? This is a usual question that I will always ask, because I don't want to make an error. If I'm making a program or something on the basis of that, I'll keep that in mind that that is a unique one, that is the auto-generated one, that is the non-corrupted one, that is the thing that I need to work with, right? So primary key is the name for that unique key, for that auto-generated, system auto-generated key, for that non-nullable field. Non-nullable, system auto-generated, unique. These are the things, right, that we discussed, right? Unique, non-nullable are some of the important properties of primary key, right? These are some of the important properties. There are other small properties which probably are not coming in this discussion. If this ever come, I'll bring it to your notice. But I think you already understand what all this means, right? In Siebel has gone one step ahead. In every table, there will be a column called as row underscore ID. I don't even have to ask you. Row underscore ID is the primary key of this. If there's some other system like SAP, VB, Oracle, some other system, I have to go and ask the developer, can you please tell me the primary key in this? But if it is Siebel, I don't even have to ask you. The primary key is always named row underscore ID, right? Right?
So basically, all the IDs which are assigned to rows are.
For example, there is a table called as s underscore prod underscore int. For example, there is a table called as s underscore prod underscore int. Siebel is saying the name of the product is stored in name. The part number, the number of the product is stored in here. UM underscore code is stored here. I don't know what is that. Forget that. But row ID is the primary key. The row ID, system generated unique key, is stored in the row ID. Just as you enter a product name, it is stored there. Okay?
So basically, primary key means that it's a key through which you can have.
Give you a feel that row ID looks like this. It is not like 1, 2, 3. It is like a very funky number.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they have to generate like millions of such numbers. You know, they are like 1-855D. By the way, Siebel row ID has its own personality. This hyphen and this sequence of alphanumeric characters is every time you see a row number like this, you will be able to spot. that this is a SQL row ID.
Right.
So you got my point. Sometimes these row IDs are used as a foreign key somewhere else. So you can look at these and you can say, oh, this is a SQL row ID.
Okay.
For the time being, it's redundant, doesn't make much sense to you, but when it will come again, we'll see that it will be useful information. Right now, it's important. But the important thing is you can have a good feel of SQL row ID. It is usually the first column also.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So whatever opportunities we are entering, let's say we enter a new opportunity. Let me enter a new opportunity here. Right. So let me look for this thing. I'll try to look for this thing. Okay. I'm coming here and I make a query in this sample thing. Okay. I'll look for the name is Azim, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there is nothing like Azim right now, right? Is it right? Let's store it now. Now it is stored by stepping onto in SQL you step off. It's there now. Okay? It is pretty much storing like an Excel. I'll show you. Pretty much. See?
Basically, it's all this data is stored in Access or Excel, right?
It is stored. You're right. All the data is stored in Excel or Access type of stuff. Similar way of organizing. So it's just different. These are all different price and different. They have just Oracle is just more powerful, right?
Basically, it's customized.
Huh?
Customized.
No.
No, it's
No, I'm not talking about SQL, I'm talking about Oracle now. You said that, see, when we're comparing RDBMS, various RDBMSs, we should be comparing to other RDBMS. Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, Access. Well, Excel is not an RDBMS, but it is a way to store data. So let's compare all this. Excel is just $200 and it is not even an RDBMS. So it's not at all powerful. The data looks the same, but there is no functionality on top of it. You cannot restrict the data from being entered depending on certain conditions. You cannot validate the data, isn't it? In Access, you can validate the data, but it is not powerful. It cannot support many users, right? And it cannot support a lot of servers. It is just not powerful. Oracle is very powerful. And actually, the most powerful RDBMS is DB2. Is it right? And DB2 is very expensive also. And only some big corporations have used DB2. So DB2 is very expensive. It's Microsoft